Hey everyone, Chris here for PokerSavvyPlus.com, bringing you episode 3 of my MicroStakes 6 Max series, Building the Basics version 2. I do apologize for the delay in getting out these later videos, but from now on they will be coming out on a much more regular basis. In this video, I'm going to be playing 2 tables of 25 no limit live and providing live commentary to explain my strategy for beating the microstakes and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Hopefully you will find it helpful. I've decided just to play 2 tables for a couple of reasons. Number one, I think it's going to keep the action in my commentary a little more focused as opposed to jumping all over the place. And two, since we are focusing on, a little more beyond just the basics, I do want to walk through individual decisions which maybe, when you're playing 4, 5, 6 tables, you don't think about too much, but when you actually sit down and really think through your actions, think through bet sizing and whatnot, can matter. Here I called an under the gun raise from a very small sample seems to be a tight player with pocket eights in the big blind. The flop's queen 10 through. I think this is a very clear, check fold for anyone. We have no equity if behind, and even if we are ahead, he's likely going to have some equity to outdraw us, and more importantly, tons of bluff cards that we don't want to see. I don't think we really need to go over that one too much. So my kind of focus of this video is going to be on spots of continuation bet, hand reading, which is obviously a very big part of breaking out of the microstakes, and just kind of thinking through who our opponents are and how we're going to play our hands in various situations. I think one of the biggest tips I can give you guys for playing at microstakes is taking some time and just focusing on who your opponents are. It's going to win you a lot of money to figure out how your opponents think about poker, because the microstakes, there's a lot of weaker players, and as a result, a lot of weaker players approach the game in very different ways. And if you have a read that a guy is going to do things that you would not consider standard, you definitely want to take note of that and use it against them. Just as I was actually getting the video fired up, I saw this guy AVD. He flatted aces pre-flop versus my button open, and then basically check called 2 bets on a 4 straight board because he'd slow played aces but didn't feel like folding them. Here was 6-3 off. I would be isolating against a limp with a very, very wide range here. Again, for the reason that playing in position is just so profitable, and I'm going to be able to put him to a lot of difficult decisions. Fortunately, 6-3 offsuit is one of the worst hands in the deck, and it's a hand that I may show profit by raising his isolation bet and continuation betting any board, but it's not a hand I'm really comfortable firing multiple barrels on because it's just a hand that so rarely is going to flop something that can improve. I'd much rather have a hand like 4-5 suited or King 9 offsuit, something where I can at least rely on making some best hand on the turn or river, either by making top pair or turning some draws. But with a hand like 6-3 off, obviously, it's going to be very hard to improve in second barrel when you don't have without equity, which is something you don't necessarily want to be doing.